There was a time when mornings felt like a struggle I couldn't explain. My body moved like it was made of stone. Lifting my arms, stepping out of bed, it all felt like a slow-motion climb up a steep hill. Every ache was brushed off by doctors as just aging, but one night I made a small change. Something natural, something warm. I drank a simple blend before sleep, something familiar, comforting, and by the end of the first week, something shifted. I wasn't just sleeping better. I was waking up with more strength in my legs, my grip, even my breath. It wasn't magic. It wasn't medication. It was something ancient and powerful, and I found it right in my kitchen. The condition has a name, sarcopenia. A slow, silent unraveling of muscle. It doesn't crash in, it slips in like a whisper. One day you take the stairs without thinking, and the next, your hand instinctively reaches for the rail. Your strength doesn't disappear in a moment. It quietly recedes in the night. Because while you sleep, something vital is supposed to happen. Repair, restoration. Your body is meant to rebuild itself while you rest. But past 60, that rebuilding process becomes sluggish, interrupted, broken, and the secret few people talk about, your body can't rebuild what it wasn't given. If you fall asleep without supplying your muscles with the right fuel, you're not healing, you're diminishing. Night after night, small losses add up. According to peer-reviewed studies in Age and Aging, older adults can lose 3 to 8% of muscle per decade after 50. And the most devastating part? Most of this breakdown happens while you're sleeping. Not because your body is failing, but because it's starving for what it needs to rebuild. Add to that things like low appetite, blood sugar dips, and poor nutrient absorption, and even a decent daytime diet may not be enough to protect your strength overnight. This is why so many older adults wake up feeling more drained than when they went to bed. The heaviness in the legs, the stiffness in the arms, the soreness after barely moving. It's not just aging, it's an empty tank trying to drive you through a long night. And here's something most people miss: your body doesn't just need calories while you sleep. It craves specific tools, amino acids, calming minerals, anti-inflammatory compounds. Without them, your system turns to your own muscles for fuel. That's right, your body begins feeding on itself. But imagine if you could interrupt that cycle with one intentional act. A simple warm drink. One that nudges your body into restoration mode. One that brings in everything your muscles need, quietly and effectively while you rest. In a moment, I'll show you exactly what to drink, how to prepare it, and why it works so well. But first, ask yourself this. Have you ever noticed some mornings feel heavier than others for no reason? That's not your fault. But it also doesn't have to be your future. Because the truth is, after 60, it's not just you are what you eat. It's you are what your body can use while you're sleeping. And that one drink, it's not an expensive supplement or a rare powder. It's something simple, familiar, and quietly powerful. And if you have turmeric, milk, cinnamon, and black pepper, you already have what you need. The drink is known by many names, but you may recognize it as golden milk, a warm golden blend that has been used for generations to soothe the body before rest. But behind its cozy appearance lies something much deeper: the ability to help your body rebuild muscle, restore strength, and recharge overnight. It's not just a bedtime comfort, it's a quiet form of nourishment that works while you sleep. Let's start with the star ingredient, turmeric. Within this golden root lies curcumin, a natural anti-inflammatory that helps reduce damage in aging muscle tissue. When your body is no longer producing growth hormone as it once did, inflammation takes a toll. Curcumin calms this internal storm. In fact, studies in the Journal of Medicinal Food have shown that curcumin not only protects against muscle injury, but actually supports faster recovery in older individuals. But here's the catch. Curcumin is poorly absorbed by the body on its own. That's where black pepper comes in. Black pepper contains piperine, a natural compound that increases curcumin's absorption dramatically by as much as 2,000%. Without it, most of turmeric's benefits pass right through your system. With it, your muscles finally receive the support they've been asking for. Now let's talk about protein. Golden milk made with cow's milk or fortified soy milk becomes a powerful nighttime ally. These milks contain casein, a slow-digesting protein that steadily releases amino acids through the night. This is key. Casein provides your body with a stream of building blocks exactly when repair happens during deep sleep. One significant study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who consumed casein protein before bed saw meaningful improvements in overnight muscle regeneration. Their muscles were literally rebuilding while they slept. And this isn't about getting ripped. This is about regaining your independence, feeling confident as you walk, lift, bend, or carry. It's about restoring everyday strength, the kind that makes life easier and less painful. Cinnamon, another ingredient in golden milk, plays a supporting role here by keeping blood sugar stable through the night. This helps avoid the blood sugar crashes that can disrupt sleep and trigger inflammation. Cinnamon helps your body stay calm, so it can focus on healing. The warmth of the drink plays a part too. Warm liquids help relax your nervous system, ease digestion, and prepare your body for deep rest. That's where true healing begins. So this isn't just a comforting sip, it's a signal to your body, a message that says, it's time, you're safe, now begin restoring what's been lost. And that's exactly what happens. In the next part, I'll walk you through the exact way to prepare this drink, the ingredients, the steps, and how to make sure it works effectively every single night. Because a ritual is only as powerful as the care you put into it. And this one, done right, can gently begin to shift the way your body wakes up tomorrow. Let's begin with the essentials, the ingredients that quietly rebuild you while you sleep. The first is a cup of milk. Not just any milk though. Choose whole milk, goat milk, or if dairy isn't an option, fortified soy milk. These options contain casein protein, the slow-releasing powerhouse your muscles rely on. Skip almond or oat milk if strength recovery is your goal. They don't offer enough of what your body needs through the night. Next comes turmeric. Add half a teaspoon, or up to a full one if you prefer a stronger flavor. This golden spice is your anti-inflammatory hero. Then just a pinch of black pepper. It may seem small, but it's everything. Without that dash of piperine, the turmeric doesn't absorb. Then comes cinnamon. A quarter teaspoon is enough. It balances blood sugar and adds warmth. If you like, a spoonful of honey can be added at the end. It's optional, but it brings a gentle sweetness and supports the natural release of melatonin, the hormone that deepens sleep. Now let's talk about preparation, because how you make it matters just as much as what's in it. Gently warm your milk in a small saucepan. Don't let it boil. High heat can damage proteins and diminish the calming effects. Once it's warm, stir in your turmeric, pepper, and cinnamon. Let it simmer on low for 3 to 5 minutes, allowing the flavors to blend and the golden color to deepen. Add the honey just before removing it from the heat, never during the boil, or you'll lose its healing enzymes. Pour the golden milk into a cup. Let it cool for a moment, not too long, just enough to drink comfortably. And here's something few people do but makes all the difference. Before taking that first sip, pause, breathe. Let your body feel the intention. This isn't just about ingredients, it's a declaration. You're telling your system, it's time to rest, it's time to heal. Let's begin. And timing? That's key. The ideal moment to drink golden milk is about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. That's when your body starts shifting gears, slowing the heart rate, relaxing the muscles, sending out the signals that sleep is coming. Drink it too early, and the effect may wear off. Too late, and it could interfere with your sleep cycle. But get the timing right, and it becomes a seamless part of your nightly rhythm. Now here are the 3 mistakes that cancel out its power. First, using trendy milks that don't offer casein. Remember, the protein matters. Second, skipping the black pepper. It's not a seasoning, it's an activator. Without it, the curcumin is almost useless. And third, giving up too early. One night won't change much. But 7, that's when the body begins to respond. That's when the change begins to unfold, slowly and surely, from the inside out. Now let's dive into the science, the part that proves this isn't just comfort food for the soul, it's a legitimate healing tool. For centuries, golden milk was passed down in whispers between generations, especially in cultures that valued nighttime rituals. But today, modern research has finally caught up, and what it reveals is astonishing. Let's start with curcumin, the active compound in turmeric. A 2020 double-blind study published in Nutrients observed adults over 60 who experienced muscle pain after moderate activity. Those given curcumin supplements experienced a sharp decline in soreness, quicker recovery, and better muscle function compared to those given a placebo. The science confirmed what the ancients already practiced. This golden root doesn't just ease pain, it rebuilds. Another study in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that curcumin dramatically reduced oxidative stress in aging muscle fibers. And this matters more than most realize. Oxidative damage is what ages us on the inside. It breaks down cells quietly, leading to weakness. But when you reduce that damage, you restore your body's ability to recover. Even simple movements like climbing stairs or getting out of a chair become easier. Because true strength isn't built during action, it's built during rest. But only if your body has the materials it needs. That's where casein protein enters again. In a controlled study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, older men who drank 40 grams of casein before sleep experienced a 22% increase in muscle protein synthesis overnight. Why? Because casein doesn't flood your system, it trickles in, feeding your cells over hours, keeping your body in a rebuilding state throughout the night. Interestingly, this effect was even more profound in older adults. When supported properly, the aging body doesn't slow, it responds fiercely. Now don't forget the role of sleep. This drink isn't just feeding your muscles, it's setting the stage for deep, uninterrupted rest. Cinnamon and honey help keep blood sugar stable, preventing spikes and crashes that wake you in the middle of the night. At the same time, the warmth of the drink helps nudge melatonin levels upward. That's the sleep hormone that helps you drop into those deeper stages, the ones where healing actually occurs. And when you layer in tryptophan, naturally found in milk, you complete the cycle. Tryptophan helps the body produce serotonin, which converts into melatonin, calming the brain and signaling that it's safe to drift into rest. Together, these ingredients form a perfect trio: anti-inflammatory power, steady protein delivery, and nervous system restoration. It's not just a beverage, it's a recovery protocol wrapped in warmth and simplicity. And perhaps most inspiring of all, researchers from the University of Delhi recently studied seniors who added golden milk to their bedtime routine. Within 2 weeks, participants reported less pain, better sleep, and more remarkably, measurable improvements in balance and walking speed. Why? Because when your muscles stop hurting and your body feels supported, you move with more freedom, and when you move with freedom, life opens up again. Let's imagine what happens when you make golden milk part of your nightly rhythm, not just once, but every evening for a week. Healing doesn't always announce itself. It arrives gently, sometimes in the smallest ways. And if you pay attention, you'll feel it unfolding night by night. On the first night, there's a stillness that surprises you. You drink slowly, the warmth coating your throat, spreading to your chest, your belly. You may not know it yet, but something inside you starts to ease. Your breath deepens, your jaw unclenches. The tension you carry, especially at bedtime, softens. Sleep may come a little quicker, a little quieter, and even if your muscles don't feel different by morning, you may notice something even more important: you don't wake up exhausted. By night 2, subtle changes begin. You shift in your sleep and realize your joints don't complain quite as loudly. The deep aches that usually wake you don't arrive. The cramps that creep in uninvited stay away. Your body is starting to trust the pattern. You're giving it the message, I'm here to help you. Night 3 is often where the real shift happens. You swing your legs off the bed, expecting the usual resistance, but it's not there. There's stiffness, sure, but it fades faster. Movement feels less like effort and more like partnership. You feel a bit more steady, a bit more grounded. Some even say they sleep more deeply by now, with fewer interruptions, fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom, and a lightness in the chest that feels almost unfamiliar. By the 4th night, momentum builds. The turmeric has quieted inflammation. The casein protein has been steadily feeding your muscles. Cinnamon and honey have supported deeper sleep. And now your muscles aren't just recovering, they're responding. You might feel it in your stride. You might notice it when you stand up without bracing yourself. Pain that once lived in your knees or lower back starts to retreat. Not all at once, but enough to give you hope. Then comes night 5, and something beautiful happens. You notice not just physical change, but emotional shift. For years, aging may have felt like a slow decline, like strength slipping through your fingers. But now you feel a sense of control again. You kept a promise to yourself: 7 minutes, 1 drink each night, and your body noticed. That quiet ritual is becoming something sacred. Not just an act of care, but a reminder: you're not done yet. You're not breaking down. You're rebuilding. Night 6 brings a small surprise. You find yourself standing a little longer than usual. Maybe you carry the laundry basket instead of dragging it. Maybe you take the stairs without hesitation. These aren't grand changes, but they are real. They're not about fitness, they're about freedom. And freedom, in this case, looks like strength returning, not in your reflection, but in the way you move through the world. By night 7, something inside you feels different. You may catch your reflection and notice a lightness in your eyes, or maybe your posture has lifted just a little. But the real shift isn't something anyone else can see. It's something you feel. There's a new sense of connection between your mind and your body, as if your legs, your back, your muscles are no longer resisting life, but finally showing up to live it with you. This isn't a miracle cure. It's not about undoing time, it's about meeting your body where it is and gently asking it to come with you, step by step, sip by sip. Because when you nourish it the right way, with warmth and purpose and consistency, your body listens, and it doesn't just listen, it responds. Slowly, quietly, with steady grace, it begins to restore itself. And what's even more encouraging is that this ritual doesn't need to exist in isolation. You can enhance its power by pairing it with a few simple movements and nighttime practices that support your body's repair process. These aren't intense workouts. They don't require a gym. They're small actions that, when combined with your golden milk ritual, act as multipliers, amplifying everything you're already doing right. The first is what we'll call the 3-minute circulation reset. Before you even warm the milk, move. Just a little. Stretch your shoulders. Lift your arms. Let your spine bend gently. Do ankle rolls. Stand on your toes for a few seconds. These motions send blood to your extremities. They awaken your muscles with oxygen, preparing them to absorb the nutrients you're about to give. In just 3 minutes, you can increase lower limb circulation enough to make your golden milk work even harder. Then, there's the simplest trick of all, the leg elevation practice. After you've sipped your golden milk, lie down and place a pillow or two under your calves. Keep your legs just slightly above your heart. Why? Because this helps blood return to your core, reduces inflammation, and gives your overworked muscles a moment of recovery. Even 10 minutes in this position can ease soreness and support better healing overnight. And finally, the breathing shift. Right before sleep, try the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 8. This single practice can lower cortisol levels and boost melatonin naturally, priming your body to enter the deep rest it needs for real muscular repair. 2 or 3 cycles is all it takes to bring your nervous system into the healing zone. None of these practices cost anything, no equipment, no supplements, just your breath, your body, and the belief that you're worth showing up for. When paired with golden milk, they become a full restoration system, a nightly ritual not just of nutrition, but of self-respect, a way of saying I still care about how I feel tomorrow, and I'm doing something about it tonight. It may have started as a simple drink, a warm cup before bed, nothing more. But now you see it differently. This isn't just about turmeric or protein or muscle repair. This is about something deeper, something most of us forget as we grow older. The quiet power of showing up for yourself, of making one small promise and keeping it. Because somewhere along the way you may have learned to expect less from your body, to brace for the stiffness, the aches, the exhaustion. Maybe you stopped asking your muscles to respond. Maybe you stopped believing they could. But here's the truth. They never stopped listening. They were just waiting for the right message. And when that message finally came, warm, consistent, intentional, they answered back. Not with fireworks, not overnight, but in softer mornings, easier steps, less hesitation, in those small moments when you realize, I feel a little more like me again. That's not magic. That's biology. That's the result of nourishment, rest, and care aligning at the perfect time. You're not forcing your body to be young again. You're inviting it to remember how strong it still is. And as you keep going, the ritual becomes more than just physical recovery. It becomes a reconnection, a bridge between who you've been and who you're still becoming. When you stretch before you sip, when you elevate your legs not out of pain but out of peace, when you breathe slowly instead of bracing for another restless night, you're not just taking care of your muscles, you're returning to yourself. Because aging doesn't mean giving up, it means learning how to listen more deeply. It means understanding that your body doesn't need punishment, it needs partnership. And when you choose to offer that partnership every night with that golden cup in your hands, something remarkable happens. You stop seeing your body as the enemy, and you begin to see it as a companion, a vessel still capable of strength, grace, and healing. So now the question isn't whether golden milk works. The real question is, are you ready to believe in your body again? Are you ready to give it the fuel, the rest, and the respect it's been craving? Because that mug on your nightstand is more than a remedy. It's a reminder, a quiet declaration I'm still here, I still matter, and I'm not done healing yet.